Hello and welcome back. In the last video, we went over collecting like terms, and in general, we've been trying to go over techniques that are very useful when solving and dealing with linear equations. So in this video, we're going to go over another technique that is also very useful when solving linear equations, and that technique is distributing. So we're going to start off right away with a simple example. So in this example, you have 3 times x plus 4. And so we see that we're multiplying a linear expression, x plus 4, by 3. And so the question is, how would you deal with that? And the answer would be to distribute. So normally the way we go about doing this is we imagine that 3 is going to multiply every term in the brackets. He's going to go to every term in the brackets. So kind of like this. And so in this case we'll have 3 times x plus 3 times 4. And maybe if you're the kind of person that likes to think of analogies, you can imagine that 3, he's a very social guy and he's trying to enter a room or the brackets, and he really wants to talk to all the different terms in the brackets. So he knows once he enters the room, he's going to go to each of the terms. So in this case, we're going to multiply each of the terms by 3, if that helps you think of it or understand it better. So yeah, we'll have 3 times x plus 3 times 4, or 3x plus 12. So I'll do another example just so that we get more comfortable with this. This is the same idea. So 5 wants to go to each of the terms in the brackets. So we're going to have 5 times 3x and then 5 times 2. So it'll look like this, right? We'll have 5 times 3x and then minus, because we're subtracting, so minus 5 times 2. And that'll be, so 5 times 3x is 15x, and 5 times 2 is 10. So looking at the two examples we just did, I think it'd be really helpful to color code. So I'll do that. Alright, so it's the exact same idea for both questions. You have a term in front of the brackets, and you really would like to multiply every term in the brackets by that term. So in the first case we had 3, so we did 3 times x plus 3 times 4. In the second case we had 5, so we did 5 times 3x minus 5 times 2. Okay, so why don't we do another example, and in this case we'll simply have more terms in the brackets. So in this case we have 4 terms instead of 2. And once again the question is, how would we do that? Well, again, it's the exact same idea. 4 wants to go to every term in the bracket. Kind of like this. So we'll have 4 times 2x plus 4 times 3x plus 4 times 4 minus 4 times 3, because the last term is being subtracted, so we use a negative sign instead of an addition sign. And then from there you just simplify each of the terms. So 4 times 2x is 8x, 4 times 3x is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, and 4 times 3 is 12, so we'll have subtract 12. Okay, and then we know that 8x plus 12x, that's collecting like terms, so 8x plus 12x is 20x, and 16 minus 12 is 4. So our final answer is 20x plus 4, and once again I'll add the color coding if it helps. So we can see that 4 wanted to go to every term in the brackets. So we multiplied every term in the brackets by 4. Just as in the last two examples, we multiplied every term in the brackets by 3 for the first example, and I believe it was 5 in the second example that we did. Now, so that technique, the way we went about approaching the last example was perfectly valid. But you can imagine if you had like, well, 4 terms or 6 terms or 8 terms or 9 terms, you would kind of get tired of having to multiply every term in the brackets by the number in front. So that's where the collecting like terms technique comes in very handy. And in fact, you're going to realize that whenever you're trying to solve a linear equation, which we'll go over in the next video with distributing, you'll always want to collect the like terms first and then distribute. So in this case, it would have been helpful to collect the like terms in the brackets first. in which case you would notice that 2x plus 3x is 5x, just as 2 plus 3 is 5. So you'd have 5x, and then 4 minus 3 is 1, so plus 1. And then once we collect the like terms, we can once again go about distributing. So we would multiply every term in the brackets by 4. We would have 4 times 5x plus 4 times 1. And then 4 times 5x is 20x, and 4 times 1 is 4. And your answer would be 20x plus 4, just as we got in the other slide. So same exact answer. Okay, so that's all I wanted to go over for this video. In the next video, as I said, we'll use the techniques we established in the previous videos, so collecting like terms, and in this video distributing, in order to solve more complicated linear equations. But for now, thanks for watching.